Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, not good.
You might have to say that a different way. I'm starting the go live.
Okay, my sound is... Oh, there we go. Okay, but it seems to be incredibly janky. Like, testing. Now let me pause Spotify for a second here. Okay. And am I still coming through Spotify? Okay, yeah. So it's something's wrong with that starting soon scene. Okay. I just don't okay. Anyway, let's get into it then. Once I figure out what's going on with my webcam here. It is the stream is already off to a great start. There we go. All right. A little weirdness with the angle of the cam. There we go. That's a little better. Also, Maybe it helps if I turn my light on. Oh, for some reason I'm still getting that kind of weirdness, little artifacting. No worries. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the chat history back up and running where it's supposed to be. Good. And then finally, last but not least, soundtrack, because I know y'all aren't here just to hear me talk. At any rate, speaking of me talking, let's go ahead and get started. My name is John the Unwise Geek. It is a great day to code. I'm glad you're here with me. Yannick, I see you out there in the chat. Everybody, go check out Yannick's stream, Tea Earl Grey Hot. It is awesome. And, right, yeah, so that's not going to work unless I do that. Alright, so let's take a look at why that's not working. Okay, it's issue with the socket. Oh wow, okay. So I am going to go ahead and troubleshoot what might be happening with my Home Assistant. Well, I don't know why I'm moving that all the way over there, because not like you haven't seen it before. Alright, so it looks like it might be an issue with Proxmox. No, it looks like Proxmox is... You're welcome, Yannick. I tried really hard. But looks like my mosquito broker is down at the moment, which is causing some issue. Now, it also looks like Proxmox is being a little bit slow to respond. So let's see why this might be. Go ahead and pop open the terminal for a moment. Go ahead and ping PBE LAN just to make sure that it's returning data. It is. That's perfect. All right. Get this a little higher, away from my keyboard. Let's see, is there a... Alright, cool. Okay, there's something wrong with Proxmox. I'm hitting the backspace button and it is adding spaces to it. Control H maybe? Nope. Alright, shut down R now. Ooh, this is weird. So... Okay, so that worked. But a shutdown R now didn't work. Alright. I think this is why I need to start setting up my streams at, say, 4:30 instead of 5:15. Oh, looks like... Okay, so chat history is out right now because the API is down. So this does tell me one thing. I need to get away from perhaps using Mosquito from the Home Assistant and use Mosquito from its own separate installation to get this working. So you know what? Rather than trying to get this to work, let's go ahead and try to install Mosquito. Alright. There we go. So, let's trigger some people. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do then is install Mosquito, put a basic configuration in place, get it configured for the OBS button box, which is a matter of just changing 5 or 10 config files, which I do plan to merge at some point soon, and then get to work. So while I'm working on this, I kind of want to explain what I've been doing lately. Thanks to the suggestion of one of my regular viewers, which is kind of cool to say I have a regular viewer, Marius. He mentioned that he recommended that perhaps we have a Wordle clone in the chat that occurs in on the screen and in Twitch through the Geekbot. So that is what I have been working on lately. And let me put this to silent here. There we go. All right, phone's off. Oh, please no. Well, it's also going to open up the possibility for some other word games. I have some other ones too, and there's going to be a few twists on this, which I think will be pretty nice. So let me go ahead and look at the documentation for Eclipse. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so did this create an Etsy Mosquito? It did. Alright, so let's take a look at... Okay, so this is the broker without any of the individual config files. So let's go into confd. Let's cat readme. Okay, so not really helpful. So we'll cat PW file example. Right. Okay. So it's ACLs. I don't really need that. Access control lists. Yeah, Wordle. Really, why not? It was a request and it was in the wheelhouse. Do that pretty easy. And it's also fun. You're on my Twitch. You're on my Twitter. So, okay. Gonna go ahead and then sudo pluma pw file. Alright, gonna look at a few things off screen here just to make sure I am configuring for the right username. Alright, that's good. It should be the same across the board. I just want to make sure. I had a lot going on with the button box that I had on Home Assistant. So, you know, that also actually really explains why my lights aren't working in the office as well. Alright, that's good. Alright, good. Alright, so that's working now. Next thing I have to do is I have to change the host to localhost, or at least the IP address of my computer that I'll be running it on. I have to admit, that is the one nice thing about running this on technology I didn't necessarily build myself. There's multiple ways to implement Mosquito. And, yeah, being able to very relatively quickly make a change like this, that's pretty good. Okay, that's the API. That's still good. Did I ever do anything with Twitcher face? No. And YT listener. Alright, gonna save that then. Get all these configs off the screen. Yeah, I hear you've been playing a lot of Trackmania lately. That's pretty cool. I used to watch YouTube videos of Trackmania. There's like a huge community of people who are trying to like beat computers and get every last single millisecond of speed they can out of a particular track. And I always thought that was very cool. So yeah, have fun with that, Yannick. Okay, so let's go ahead and give the services a start then. So we'll see if oh well, of course I'm gonna have to restart Mosquito first. Sudo systemctl Mosquito restart. It's taking a little time. All right, good. So our Mosquito broker is up and running. So let's go ahead and give it a shot to run up the other services. All right. So first things first will be API. You know, it's probably just easier to do this. Start.
The Geekbot is online.
Hey, there we go. I think we got a Geekbot, y'all. Yep, there's the front end for the button box. And let's see. Alright, the front end is staying up. Still getting a connection refused from... Or rather, I'm getting a connection refused from Mosquito. Oh, so it's using port 2883. Let's see. What was the port that I was using in the config files? Because 1883. Alright. So, let's just go ahead and do this. We're gonna sudo nanomosquito.conf and we're gonna just change it to 1883. We'll go ahead and give Mosquito our restart. Alright, so it's listening. Alright, so let's see what's going on then.
The Geekbot is online.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Damn it all. Alright, so evidently, I needed to use that password file that I created in Mosquito. I actually had to use a different command to actually create an encrypted password file. So, Etsy, Mosquito, PW file to here. Alright, then I'm just going to go Mosquito, PSSWD, PW file. Alright, so oh. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and move that file that it just created back to Etsy. And then I'm going to chone it back to root. Alright, gonna go ahead and give Mosquito another restart. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do sudo journal ctl And we'll do a T for mosquito. Alright, so it's a lot of temp DLT cannot be opened. I don't know what that is about. But I don't see anything else other than that to indicate why this might be failing. Hey, Marius, thank you so much for the hosting, man. I really appreciate it. So, hey, it's actually very cool to know that at least my alerts are working. Score one for stream elements. So, to catch you guys up, I've been working on getting my stream up and running. So for some reason, my Proxmox box, which is my virtual host, decided to die. And for some reason, my mosquito broker that I'm installing to get everything back up and running is not working either. So I'm troubleshooting that. And then I am working on the Geekle. So stick around. This should be very, very fun. And I see community tea time. Hello, wife. How are you? And Marius, how was your stream? Did it go well? I understand there was some Stardew Valley going on. Alright, so the main concern is that 1883 is already in use. So that's a problem. So let's do a netstat ntlp and a grep 1883. So we have nothing listening on 1883 right now. I'm not sure why it's calling it in use. Oh, sudo. So it's in use by process 511245. So let's go into sys proc. No, where is it again? Oh, well, I could also do htop. No, I can't. Yeah, you gotta watch that. That's the hardest thing to do in Stardew Valley is watch the clock. That's good. I'm glad you guys had fun. That's awesome. Alright, so... So it was 511 to what? Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and cat. What was it again? It's been a long time since I played in proc. Stat. Alright, it's parented by 501210. Cat stat. Launcher.sh. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and find, and we're going to grep for launcher.sh. And we're going to go back and do that as sudo. Alright, so it's from the mosquito snap. Alright, so let's go ahead and sudo kill 211 or 511210, and that should also have taken care of mosquito as well. No, we still have mosquito running. Okay, great. So we're gonna run systemctl stop mosquito. So maybe there's an interesting implementation detail from Mosquito as a snap. Okay, so here we go. Here's the documentation for the Mosquito snap. So what it says is on Linux systems that have snap support, Mosquito can be installed from the graphical software installer or with snap install Mosquito. After installing the Mosquito snap, the Mosquito broker will be running with a default configuration, which means it's listening for connections on port 1883 on the local computer only. If you want to allow connections from other computers, you must configure a listener and an authentication method. To test the broker, you could use Mosquito Pub and Mosquito Sub. Alright. So, okay, so evidently I'm modifying the wrong configuration file. Which means, yeah, I know. Which means I must have Mosquito already installed. I do. So I'm going to snap, remove Mosquito. Alright, I'm going to systemctl restart Mosquito. Only this time I'm going to spell it right. There we go. Alright, let's run that netstack command again. Alright, there we go. And now let's go ahead and stop this. And let's go ahead and start this again. Now what we're looking for is for the API
The Geekbot is online.
Now what we're looking for is the API to get a connection. So we've seen this before. That's also, okay, yeah, so there we go, we're connected. Let's go ahead and try some things out. We'll get our chat history. So let's try a few things. Hey, Mycroft, give us a cheer.
Hooray, you.
That's it. Let's see. Okay, so the audio player crashed. So let's see why that might have been. Okay, so that's up and running again. So let's hit the cheer button on the button box. Alright, so we are hitting a no route to host. That's weird, but we're not seeing that with any of the other services besides this. Okay, so let's take a look at the audio player's configuration. This is all correct. But this is saying no route to host. Alright, so let me do this. I'm going to change the IP address I was using to just localhost. We'll save that. Go ahead and give another run for audio player. Hey, Mycroft. Give us a cheer.
Great, you.
Yeah, okay. Also getting a no route to host. Did my IP address change? No, still the same. Certainly shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so let's go mosquito hub testing. Okay, so let's go ahead and install mosquito clients, which is already installed. So, oh, I hear these things work when you spell them right. I love this song on the playlist. It's so chill. Yeah. That was Recollection by Chicken Beats, which I know we don't have the song display up right now. Alright, cool. So we need to add username, password. Password. Uppercase P. We need to add the topic, which will be testing. And then the message payload, which will also be testing. Didn't get a problem, so that's nice. Let me go ahead and pull this off to the other screen, and then I'll actually put in a username and password. Maybe it's not going to prompt me for one. Yeah, so when I mosquito sub t testing, okay, so it is working. It's also working in a manner that does not require a password, which is concerning, to say the least. So it's running on the correct port. For some reason, it is also just refusing the connection. At least from the Paho client. Okay. Other aspects of it are working, so like chat's working. Why isn't Well, this sucks, but you know what? I'm just gonna roll on. No route to host. Line 69. Giggity! Sorry. Though that is some good error message, let's see what we can work out here. Alright, so here, okay, so an unfortunate fact that I was hard coding this API host. That's why that wasn't working. Oh, okay, don't have to do that. Any other instances of stupidity in here? Probably all over the place. This was like... So, when I started the button box, it was so it could be a soundboard. And then it just got wildly out of hand. This is the first program I wrote for the button box. So, I've learned a lot since then. I'll revisit it someday, but... not today. Go ahead and give this another run. Hey, Mycroft. Give us a cheer.
Hooray.
Alright, I earned that crap. Good. Alright. So yeah, there we go. That was the problem. I had some hard-coded address in there, and that was causing an issue with the audio player when... How about I continue work on the last thing you suggested to completely derail the stream? Speaking of, where did I put that VS Code instance? I don't know. So I'll just go ahead and open recent, Geekbots, and we're gonna go into Geekle. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me take a look at why that might be. Thanks, Marius. Anybody have any other good news?
The Geekbot is online.
Okay, so let me take a look at Geekbot. I probably hard-coded something here I shouldn't have either. Oh, no I didn't. I just didn't change the host here yet. 1 second. Great catch, by the way, Marius. I appreciate it.
The Geekbot is online.
Okay, the channel Unwise Geek. Check the channel is valid. I know it's valid. Okay, this is a different PAHO error from, although it's MQTT host, MQTT port, that's correct. Oh no, I'm reading the old error. So, WebSocket connection was closed. Alright, so let's go ahead and restart that. I wonder if I need a new token. Shouldn't.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, there we go. So now, let's go ahead and OBS button box YT listener. I still haven't gotten a great way to do this part yet, but what I'll go ahead and do is go to Restream.io. Go into the channel, mute the tab, and then click whatever's live. So then I could copy that, go in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and venv bin python 3 YT listener pi, and then pass that channel ID, or that video ID, no such file or directory. Okay. Whoops. Okay, what I do? Oh. So that is to be implemented at some point. Right now I am working on vehicle. So there we go. Alright, so YouTube chat's connected to Twitch chat. That's great. So we're going to test this here. Alright, so we get chat updating and it doesn't quite go to YouTube yet. Oh. Okay, yeah, there it went. So alright, so that's right, I did rate limit a little further. I think it's like 15 or 20 seconds now because I was still blowing my my quota for Google, the Google APIs. But so we should see a YouTube message coming through in a minute here. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that's working again. Good. All right, so Geekle. All right, so here's what we got so far. I have worked a little bit off stream. I started in on it 1 or 2 nights ago, and just didn't sleep. And it was way too late, so I didn't even bother to throw on the stream. But I went back to a more pared down list of words, because the large list of words that I imported was actually, it contained a lot of stupid things, like 5-letter abbreviations and things like that. So I said screw that, went down to the more common word list, and I'm also including a little bit of logic to when word comes in, we're going to check it against a dictionary API called dictionaryapi.dev. By the way, if you check out their website, there's a donation link there. If you check them out, like what they do, go ahead and shoot them a few bucks. It's really kind of cool. So then, depending on if it comes back as either a dictionary or a list, dictionary meaning that there's no word in it, because it'll only come back as a list if there's multiple definitions, or if there's definitions at all, and then it'll come back as a dictionary if it's just a failure message. So we check the type of the JSON file that comes back, and then if it is a new word, we'll go through, we'll evaluate it to add it, and we'll add it to the list. We'll do it dynamically. And I think it's it's an interesting take on it because it'll learn. So I don't have to have a 3 million word list of 5-letter words in English. It could just add it based on what's found in the dictionary. So I think that's pretty neat, and I think it'll make for a bit of a fun game. Also, using that same dictionary, what I'd like to do is once it comes back as a win, the word has a definition that gets read aloud by Mycroft. Maybe also put into the chat. But yeah, we'll see. So I think it's an interesting take on it. So far what I have is a little buggy. See? I don't know why it did that, but I think in the process of doing that, I'm pretty sure it just destroyed the word list. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel out of that, and come on. We're gonna go ahead and run call.py, and it takes one of the old original word lists and it recreates the word list itself. So there we go. So let's try that again. Yeah, it goes through the whole thing. Cool. So I think that's because of a print that I left in there for debugging purposes. So we'll save that. Alright, so we'll go my usual word, adore. Okay, we see there's a red letter there. It also added it to the list. You could see that it added it to the list. Let's just make sure the word list looks still intact. No. Great. Alright, so there's a problem with creating the word list after we're adding a word to it. Now, I'm using Pickle to serialize it. I'm starting to really think that's a horrible idea. It has in fact sucked. So what I'm thinking I'm doing is just going to go to a plain text file, because yeah, this is kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go ahead and use this call.py to create a new word list, and I'm going to create it with just text files. Alright, so it's going to add it to... I don't want it to add it to the list, I just want it to add it to a string. Okay. So, plus equals... word and 0. So the 0 is going to be the last time solved. So in order so we don't have too many of the same words too fast, I'm also going to include the last solved so that the pool of possible words it'll pick to start the game is minimized. Hey Marius, okay, so have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in. I don't know if I'm going to be joining Sunday for golf. Depends on what else I have going on. But let's just say it would have to be something pretty important to knock me off of coming out to play with you guys that night. So yeah, you can most likely expect me. And I am looking forward to it. So, cool. See you, buddy. Have a good night. Alright, so we're going to add word and then 0 and then n if the counter is, if it's not the last number in word. So we'll save that. We'll go ahead and run call again. And if we take a look at our word list, we see, hey, it's just, you know, what is this stuff right here? What is that junk? Did I accidentally write this as a binary file again? I gotta stop doing that. Alright, so yeah, so I had it open for binary writing. Let's not do that ever again. No more binary. Nobody needs it. Invalid load key, A. Oh, so this is unpickling it. So I don't need to unpickle things anymore. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's remove pickle altogether. Oh, I accidentally ran Geekle, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's not do that. We're not going to do pickle dump anymore. We are just going to go right. H write new words. Save that. Run call. Check word list. Nothing crazy. Good to go. Let's open Geekle back up. And we got to go ahead and change our evaluate and update logic here because we're no longer using pickle. Matter of fact, let's get pickle out of here. We're going to go ahead and if it's updating, meaning it's going to write the new timestamp to the last solved word, we're going to go open word list for R plus. Well, no, yeah, we're going to just read this. So, new words for word and list. Yeah, so we need to open it, and then actually, we're already going to have. You know what? Let's go ahead and keep the dictionary format. So before we start in on this, let's go down here to get word list. That's where kind of the magic will happen. Okay. So len words. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and open word list file, read, and we're gonna actually have to do it as a read lines, won't we? No, we could just do it as read. we'll need to read it, split it by the n, and then split it by the... Oh, we'll read it, split it by the end, recurse through the list, create the dictionary of word list, and yeah, okay. So well, let's also go ahead and do a function called getWords as well. And we're going to take in a file. We'll call it WL file, but it's basically the word list file that is defined up higher. Alright, so get words. So F open WL file. We're going to call this lines. Alright, so what happens if I do this as a read line? So we're going to Python 3 F equals open word list for reading read lines. Now if we print F, what do we actually come up with? Alright, so we got a list of lines with a /n in each of them. So what if I print F with stripping the /n? Ooh, okay, so alright. So what I'll need to do is recurse through the list and strip out each of those individually. What happens if I just... What happens if I just read it? Okay, so let me do that. And then I'll split by the /n. And that's much better. Alright, cool. So that's what we'll do. So up here, we'll do lines equal open WL file for reading. We're going to read. Come on. There we go. We're going to read. And then we're going to split by the /n. Now, from there, we'll say for line in lines, so first part of the line is going to be the word, second part of the line will be a count or last solved. So what we'll do is new dict plus equals dict word equals line split. Alright, let's just do this. Entry equals line split by the comma. So we are going to go ahead and word will be entry 0. Line will equal, or last solved will equal entry 1. And that'll create our new dictionary. So we're going to also go ahead and return. It'll be, yeah, no, this won't work. Yeah, no, so we want a list of dictionaries. We'll say new words. And then we're going to return tuple Oh, that's unfortunate. Hang on 1 second, y'all. I so rarely get to kick someone to the curb in the Twitch chat. So is it that? Cool. Alright. Bye, Felicia. Alright, now where was I? Righto. Alright, so do I want to return it as tuple or do I want to return... No. Do I want to return it as a tuple or do I want to keep it as a... Alright, no, I don't have to do any more modification to this, so let's just, yeah, return new words as a tuple. So we can go ahead down here and words will equal get words word list file. Cool. Now word list will then take that tuple and then go to get word list. And it will, so word list is basically all of the words and words without the last solved. Yep, and it'll go range 0 to len words, and then it'll create a list of just words to return as a tuple as well. If you don't know, I like to use tuples instead of lists as much as I can for immutable objects because there's a definite speed and memory advantage to them. Whereas instead of a list, which is mutable and has a lot of overhead because of it. So there we go. Now let's look through the rest here. Alright, so now we need to look through our logic up here. So update open word list R. No, I need to open that for writing. So new words, new dictionary. So for WIL in words, new dictionary word is WIL word. New dictionary last solved is will last solved if will word not in. Okay, will word is not equal word, so it's going to use the last solved time if it's not the word that was guessed. Else it'll update that to a Unix epoch time, integer time. So it's going to add that to the list of dictionaries, and then it's going to reset new dict, so we can come around to the next iteration and do it again. Now, once all is said and done, we're going to go ahead and with yeah, I don't need this because we have word list open as F. I'm going to pull that out of here. So we're going to go F, write, new words. Then finally F close. And then we're going to go ahead and return true because this worked well. Great. Alright, so next, evaluate. So that's going to evaluate it if it doesn't find it in the word list already. It's going to evaluate it to add it to the word list potentially. So our request.get, it'll make the API request to dictionary API. If it doesn't find it, it'll return that's not a word and then return false, so we know in the main logic what's going on. And then if it returns a list, we know it returned a list of definitions, so we know it is a word. So we go through this whole thing again. For the word list in words, it just does the exact same thing. It'll just use last solved. Since there's no updating the time, we don't have to do anything to that. And then finally, actually, let's go ahead and do new dict equals, yeah, there we go. And then finally, we do new dictionary word equals the new word, and then new dictionary last solved equals the 0, which is the it's starting out new. So then we add that to the new dictionary, and then we're going to write that out to new dictionary as well. So F write, and then F close. All right. So now I do see that we don't have F opened here. So let's go ahead and add that. Cool. Actually, we just need to do that. We don't need to open this unless it's an actual new word, so we'll do that here. Good. Now, we have the logic for the update and the evaluation. Now we need to recover in our main logic for what we're doing there. So if the guess is not in word list, it'll run update word list. It's passing the guess, evaluate, and the current words dictionary. Tuple, excuse me. It prints the length of the word list just for tracking. That's for debugging. We don't need to do that. And if it's true, we see there's no evaluation on here on this if, so by default it just checks if this returns true. Since this is returning true, we know there's a new word list. So we need to go ahead and word equals get words. Now, what does get words require again? Word list. Yeah. And then we need to do another word list equals get word list words. Perfect. So this should update the word list and then reload it so it could be used again in the future. All right, so let's do some testing here. We'll quit out of this and we'll run Geekle. All right, so string indices must be integers. Oh, that's right, we're not using I here, are we? So in 74, this is in get word list. Now, why isn't words using string indices? Oh, okay. So when you're appending like this, instead of using list append, you have to go ahead and add the new list, the list signal, the list symbol on the outside of this. That's why that wasn't working. Welcome back, my dear. You missed the fun. All right. So we'll go ahead and guess a door. Ooh, okay, so right must be string, not list. All right, so that's in line 54. You missed the spammer. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get him next time. So get word list. It's kind of hilarious because on one hand it's like, oh cool, like I must be doing pretty good, I'm getting spammers now. Then it's a spammer for me to get more people to watch, and oh, wait a minute, like the only reason I'm getting that spammer is because I suck. It's a very interesting kind of roller coaster of emotion there. Alright, so we got a list on 54 in update word list. Alright, right. So this is new words. But this is a list. You can't write a list. Alright, you know what? Yeah, we can. So we're just gonna go for item in list. Yeah, I know. They don't care who they're hitting. So for item in new words. So each item is going to contain one dictionary essentially. Um, yeah, what am I doing? That's right, I want to go back to doing strings. Very simple strings in this word list. So yeah, this isn't gonna work. I gotta go ahead and rewrite this stuff. It's gonna be new words is all I'm gonna really need, and that'll be a string. For WIL in words, we're just gonna go ahead and new words. Oh yeah, okay, actually I could use that. So we're gonna go ahead and new words, format that, and the first one is gonna be new dict word. There. Second one is gonna be new dict last solved. There. And then if let me think here. So oh yeah. Okay, so if counter equals 0, counter plus equals 1. So if counter not equal, so I can just do this instead. New words plus equal if counter not equal len words, else nothing. We don't need you. All right, so new words plus equal, there we go. And it's going to continue through that, and then it's going to f-write new words out to the word list file. Good. All right, now going a little bit further. Let's see. If operation evaluate plus get, and that's good. So new words, again, we just need a up, and actually come to think of it, we need to add new dictionary back here because we're still going to use it. Alright, so for word list, new dict equals word, will word, new dict equals last solved. Then counter plus equals 1. Actually, we know that we're going to need a so we know we're going to need a carriage return every time here. So let's go ahead and grab this little block up here. We're going to go ahead and reuse it. Yeah, there we go. Coming along here. And then finally, actually we don't even need that. Just throw this right on the end here. Cool. And then finally, new dict word is the new word plus 0 because we're just adding it. And then new words plus equal this again, not this, and no /n. Good. So now we have that. We're gonna go ahead and have that write new words and then close that. Good. So far so good. So good. So we're gonna go back down to the logic here that's been plaguing us. So get words and get word list. Cool. So let's go ahead and run this. Do some. All right. Line 73 of get words. Oh, okay, I need to rerun call, because evidently I messed something up somewhere. Cool. So we'll go ahead and rerun Geekle. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a new word, because if we take a look at word list here, we have abuse as our first word, or rather adult as our first word and not a door, which is my favorite word to start with. Oh, okay, so expected string, bytes, or OS path-like object, not a tuple. Get words, word list. So this is an issue on line 70, but I don't exactly understand this error. So it's opening the word list file as read. It reads it and then it splits it to /n, which makes lines a list. Then for every line in lists and for every line in lines, it creates entry, and it splits it by a comma, which should create a list of inside each entry of the contents of the line. And oh, okay. Well, no, that should be fine. Okay, so it's expecting a string, bytes, or OS path-like object, not a tuple, as words. What's the problem with it being a tuple, though? Okay. So let's do this. Let's print new words and we'll see what happens here. Prints it out fine. Alright, so what'll happen if we print tuple new words? Prints it out just fine. Now, why are we getting a problem if we return tuple new words? We're not. Okay, so we added a door. Did it actually add it to the list? Yes, it just got added all the way down to the bottom. Alright. So it should give us oh, okay, so it's actually up, not necessarily line 70. So this is actually starting in our logic down here. Get word list words. Oh, okay. I see what I did now. So that should be word list file. And then we can do get word list words. Ah. Alright, so a miss. First guess is a door. Did it add it anyway? You know, I think it added it anyway. Alright, yeah, so that was added anyway. Let's go ahead and take that off. And we'll make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do now. It added it. So it started off with 661 words, added the word to the list, and then 662. Great. Alright, so let's play around with this a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and take a door off again. Now, there is a way. Right. So there was some documentation I checked into not too long ago for throwing in requests to Mycroft's message bus. Cancel. Okay, so it's not necessarily a skill interaction I need. I just need to generate a message, and this is essentially it right here, the self bus emit message into the recognizer loop. A recognizer loop is how it interprets speech, and then it's going to automatically kind of assert that this is an utterance, and the utterances are going to be what the ejected utterances is, and it's going to be the language of English US. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and grab these two right here. No, actually, no. I take that back. That's not exactly what I'm looking for at all. I'm looking for what's a little further down. I just want to take this off before I lose track of that. So, Mycroft Message Bus Client was what I installed. So, it's the client that we can set up to any host and port, as well as any endpoint on that host. This makes it quite versatile and will work on the main bus as well as a GUI bus. If no arguments are provided, it will try to connect to a local instance of Mycroft Core on the default endpoint and port. Perfect. Alright, so sending a message. Yes, this is essentially what I need. Client, emit, speak, data, utterance, and what I want it to say. So I'm going to grab this here. Now this client run in thread should not be blocking. So we'll go ahead and add it up here to our initial configurations. Oh wow, my computer is slow. Am I having any drop frames? No. No drop frames, just having a rough day. You know, I can't complain. This computer does really good for not having any kind of video card in it. Like, none at all. Yeah, so this is not liking me copying and pasting for some reason. So I'm gonna tape it. Client and message. Great. So client equals Mycroft equals cancel. Message bus client.
I'm not sure I understood you.
I know you didn't understand me, buddy. It's okay. So we're gonna say M word run in thread. Alright, then down here, we're going to go ahead and add a function called speak. MSG. And then in it, we're going to go message speak data equals utterance message. Save. Alright, so there we go. So that's our quick test here. So
The word is too long.
Hey, Mycroft, give us a cheer. Alright, it's cool, dude. I'll do it myself. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a little more voice here. We'll go ahead and speak Yeah. Okay. Added word to list. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna create just another function here, a little helper function, and I'm gonna replace my emits with prints, or my prints with emits, as often as it makes sense to do. So I'm gonna def emit message, and then I'll print message, and then I'll word. Oh, then I'll also speak message. There we go. So then instead of doing 2 statements each, I could just do Alright, so let's see how this works.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. This word is too long.
There we go. Alright. Alright, here we go. This is working. Alright. This is working out pretty well. I'm enjoying this. So let's take these debugging word lists off. We don't need these anymore because we're pretty confident in that particular tech. Alright, so status. Alright. I'm just gonna print the status. And then, okay, so let's go ahead and do a kind of a practice game here.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Alright, my first guess is a door. Only word we have there is O. So, let's try... Let's try mouth. We're so close. What is some other ones that... no, calf isn't where down. South, yes.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly.
Congratulations, babe. You got it. Alright, so there we go. Now you could see here that we got this huge... kind of mess of text that comes back from API dev. So what I want to do is kind of copy this. Yeah. Hey Mycroft, what is south? Did that work? No.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, hey Mycroft. What is south?
South is one of the cardinal directions or compass points.
No, dumbass. Hey Mycroft. What is south of me right now?
I'm not sure how to help you with that.
Alright. Alright, so we have all this information that comes back from dictionary-api.dev. So I'd like to do something with Microsoft and the M word and this. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We did the request here, and we have word info is being brought in as a list. all that's fine. Alright, so it goes into a list called meanings. And there's several entries to meanings. So I'm trying to track down essentially what this looks like. Oh, you know what I could do? I could go ahead and actually just make the call from a browser. South. Alright, cool. So it comes in as a list. The first one should be 0. And then there's several meanings after that. So I want to look at 0 meanings. And if there's multiple, I could take branching speech patterns after that. So I'm going to go ahead and move this off here for right now. Okay, so it'll all go into word info. And if it doesn't find any info, it'll emit that no definitions were found in this word. The word was whatever, no definitions were found for this word. Okay, that's fine. Otherwise, what we're going to do is if word info 0 meanings well, just say len word info meanings greater than 1 emit there are multiple meanings. Oh, actually, let's do this. Before anything else, the word was, well, then it'll look, see if there's any meanings. If not, it'll say the definition, no definitions were found for this word, or else if there carries multiple, else if len wordplay meanings greater than 1 there are multiple definitions of this word. Right. Then for I in range word info 0 meanings range 0 to length word info meanings. So it's gonna go through each of the meanings. Emit. This is probably gonna get a little long. Meaning 1. So this is a 0 index list, so I'm gonna have to go meaning I plus 1. So meaning 0 in the variable is going to be meaning 1. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Then we want to go word info. Oh, you know what? So let's just go, yeah, let's do this. Definition equals word info 0 meanings I. So this is going to simplify it greatly. So now we could just go definition part of speech. It is a part of speech. Meaning, definition, or definition. Okay, I didn't think that one out through. Okay, I lost something somewhere. Oh yeah, here. Okay, there we go. The origin of this word is so not all of them have origin. So maybe I don't need to go into origin here, because that could cause some issues. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and see how that looks. So there are multiple definitions to this word. So in our example, it's if there's an error in the title, no definitions found. No definitions were, the word was the word. No definitions found for this word, or if there were, and there's more than one, there are multiple definitions of this word. Definition 1, it is a noun, meaning whatever. Yeah, we're gonna take off the origin part of this word, and okay, cool. All right, so we'll see how that goes. However, we need an else here. Else, we could go right for it. We'll copy this. There we go, and it's just going to be definition 0, and then we'll have an omit here. So if there's multiple meanings, there are multiple meanings of the word, else definition, or it'll just go, it is a noun, meaning whatever. Cool. Alright, so that should do it. Alright, let's see how this works.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Okay, so the word is arrear, so we'll go ahead and put that in. Wait a minute. Okay, you can't win on the first one, I guess. Okay, so it's saying arrear is the word, but it's saying it's not a word. Okay, how is that our word if it's not in the word list? It is in the word list. It's just not in alphabetical order. Alright, so it's there. Is it not compare? I wonder if it's not comparing to uppercase and lowercase anymore. Like if we had a regression there. So let's look. So word is wordless upper. Good. Then while length guess is less than or equal to 5, enter guess upper. So it takes the guess in as an uppercase. And if guess not, okay, if guess not in word list. That's where the problem is. So basically what we have to do is here in Word, we're going to have to cast it as upper and just have the whole word list as an uppercase word. So if we do this, we can keep that from happening again. So let's double check here. Geekle.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and guess funny right out the gate.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was funny. There are multiple definitions of this word.
Okay, it's getting in the right direction. So let's look at word list and see if it also updated the last solved. No, it didn't, because we haven't told it to yet. That's okay. We're still in our very first bit. We did get a error here on line 137. One of the issues we got was in definition part of speech. Okay, so definition part of speech. So yeah, I spelled that wrong. Proud day for my family. Alright. Alright. So save that. Alright. So let's go ahead and try that again.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Okay, the guess is party, so we'll go ahead and enter that.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was party. There are multiple definitions of this word.
Okay, so we're losing it a bit at definition. So 137 in 137. So definition. Oh, okay. Alright, so there are several meanings, and each has their own definition, so... Okay. So some of these can possibly get a little crazy. Okay, it was a shit. I'm in. So there are multiple meanings of this word. For I in meanings I. For I. In range 0 to len. Definition. Meanings. Alright, we're gonna move this over. Okay, so we'll emit definition I plus 1. Move that over here. Actually, we could go ahead and pull in the part. I think we can. Yeah, we could also pull in the part of speech here as well. So. Alrighty then. So. We'll loop through the meanings. There are multiple meanings of this word. Meaning 1. Is a whatever part of speech. Okay, we're gonna have to change that to a different number. Meaning n plus 1, so we'll change that to n. Oh, okay, so I lost my... Oh, this is getting a little interesting. Ah, okay, definition 1. Alright, then it'll loop through there. So then I also need to... I'm gonna pull this down here as well, because even if there's only one meaning, there could be multiple definitions. So, for n in range, definition meanings. We could just say it is a noun, or a verb, or an exclamation, or whatevs. Alright, good. So, I think that's solid logic here. So let's go ahead and give this a shot.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Okay, so the word today is buyer. So we'll go ahead and enter that.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was buyer. It is a noun.
Hey, we got a little further. We have nouns. Alright, so we're missing definition meanings. So let's take a look at that. So we might need multiple layers of logic here. So no, even if it's 0 meanings, we only have one. Oh, I see what's going on. 0. That was the issue. Alright. So
welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
So the word is study.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly.
Still can't find
the
meanings.
The word was study. It is a verb.
Why can't it find meaning? Oh my god, that was deep. Oh, so it's meaning 0 definitions. It's quite a philosophical question. Okay, so now it's going to loop through definitions in meanings. Now, that means I'm also missing this logic up here. Definitions. Alright. I'm trying. I don't want to just make a copy. You know, anybody could do that. Anybody has. People got sued for that. I want to make it a little better. I want to have my own spin on it. It's Geekle, so you better learn something.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Okay, so let's go ahead and enter our guesses, sadly.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was sadly.
So the problem is actually meanings, not anything that comes after that. So we have definition up here, which is word info, 0, meanings, 0, and then definitions. So that's here. The issue is meanings. But I'm looking at it right under that. Oh, okay, that's right, because we don't need that here. We just need definitions. Same thing up here. We just need definitions. I think. I hope. We'll find out.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
So I disagree with having this in the word list, because Simon is a name, not a word. Maybe? We'll see what the dictionary says.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was Simon. No definitions were found for this word.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead in this word list and I'm gonna go find Simon. We're gonna take that right out of there. Should be geeky, absolutely.
Welcome
Let's try
to
this
Geekle.
again.
Please enter
This
your
should be-
first guess.
This should be a much better word to test with. Enjoy.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was enjoy. It is a verb.
Okay. So that was on line 143. This is line 143 right here. I see what my problem is now. N definition. And this should be definitions. And this is not crazy at all. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Alright, I love you, honey.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was since. There are multiple meanings of this word. Meaning one is adverb.
Alright, so same thing up here on line 138. On 138. Okay, definition, definition in, definitions. Okay, no, this is supposed to be definition. This is supposed to be definitions.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Could I pick a variable name or can I pick a variable name?
Congratulations. You've guessed
Ooh.
correctly. The word was drama. It is a noun. Definition 1. A composition, normally in prose, telling a story and intended to be represented by actors impersonating the characters and speaking the dialogue. Definition 2. Such a work for television, radio or the cinema, usually one that is not a comedy. Definition 3. Theatrical plays in general. Definition 4. A situation in real life that has the characteristics of such a theatrical play. Definition 5. Rumor, lying or exaggerated reaction to life or online events. Melodrama, an angry dispute or scene. A situation made more complicated or worse than it should be. Intrigue or spiteful interpersonal maneuvering.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, sorry. First things first, I'm going to move this definition variable and just call it word. Yeah, I'm thinking of limiting it to the first definition and maybe dropping a link in chat for the actual link to go see it on Wiktionary or something like that. So let's do this. If len word info meanings greater than 1, There are multiple meanings of this word. Word source URLs.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was tough. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is a noun. Definition 1. A person who obtains things by force, a thug or bully. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
So I think I deleted the last one, so I'm just gonna change definition, the variable, to word, because definition and definitions appear throughout the JSON. Yeah, I think you're right on that one, Yannick. So let's try
Welcome
this.
to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was drive, meaning desire or interest. It is a noun, meaning motivation to do or achieve something, ability coupled with ambition, meaning violent or rapid motion,
Hey, Mycroft.
rushing onward or away, especially
Mycroft.
a forced or hurried dispatch of business,
Oh, crap.
meaning an act of driving animals forward, as to be captured, hunted, etc., meaning a sustained advance in the face of the enemy to take a strategic objective, meaning a mechanism used to power or give motion to a vehicle or other machine or machine part, meaning a trip made in a vehicle, now generally in a motor vehicle, meaning a driveway, meaning a type of public roadway, meaning a place suitable or agreeable for driving, a road prepared for driving. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the
Righto. So that happened. Yeah. Yep, that's why that happened as well. All right. It's still getting stuck on source URLs. Why is it doing that? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why. So we actually want to do word info 0. It's because word gets a little deeper into the JSON. All right, so let's try this again.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is an adjective, meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Hey, Mycroft, give us a cheer. Alright, dude, you don't have to. There we go. Alright, so okay, that's good. So that's pretty much where I want it for right now. My next stream starting Monday, 5:30 p.m. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is integrate this into the Geekbot. So then we'll have commands to actually kick off a game. I have to kind of design a way for either it to have multiple games going at once, which could be kind of annoying actually, or have it to where multiple participants can play the same round. Maybe have votes for words or something along those lines. So we'll see about that. But that's good. I kind of like how that turned out. There is one thing I want to do first. It is... checking on something here real quick. Okay, so that is a preposition. Yeah. Well, probably. It's probably a preposition. I don't know. Anyway, preposition equals and if word part of speech in 0, this first letter in a o u, else a. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but yeah. So let's give that a shot.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly.
Alright, that worked.
The word was phone. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is a noun, meaning a device for transmitting conversations and other sounds in real time across distances, now often a small portable unit also capable of running software, etc. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Cool. Let's try to force a adjective. So if we're gonna go up here, what's the one that we just had that was lowly? All right, so we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna say instead of finding a random word, we are going to say word equals lonely.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. This word is too long.
What? Oh, lowly.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
I typoed.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is an adjective, meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
There we go.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is an adjective, meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
One last thing I want to do. It's kind of choppy when I do it in so many broken areas. So what I'm going to do is going to message equal that, and then for each of these emits, I'm just going to go message plus equal. Keep formatted strings, that's perfectly fine. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and emit message. Welcome back, my dear. You are just in time to see the, hopefully a successful run.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
Alright.
Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is an adjective meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Alright, so it's still a little rough. It needs some spaces for Minecraft. Okay, for the M word to give it a proper pause. Okay, so let's try that now.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In the first meaning, it is an adjective meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Right. There we go. All right. So, no, I'll just go with the first one, and if they're really interested in it, they could click the link. Well, okay, so let's do len -1. I want to give that a shot. Oh, okay, so as far as multiple words don't get picked so often, what I'm doing is if we take a look at the word list, we see that each entry in the word also has a 0. Now what that is going to be is once I update that, it's going to run a a process by which the word list is updated with the epoch of the last time it was guessed. So it's going to basically see if there are other words in the word list less than that epoch, or that haven't been guessed yet at all, and then go from there. And then further down the line, I can put a constraint on it, like unless other circumstances are met, we can't pick a word. We can't get a word in Wordle that's been guessed within the last 2 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that. So I'm putting in contingencies for that. But I'm thinking of it. It might not be a bad idea to have a random word, like a random definition, because I don't know. Okay. So let's take a look at this with API up and running. All right. So word equals word info meanings 0. Word info 0. Meanings, and that meaning is where we want to make the random letter. Yeah. So we'll change this to I. So where's, yeah, part of speech is behind I as well. Okay, that's good though. That's already picked. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. Word definitions. We'll just go with the 0 definition. Or we can, oh, this is gonna be rough. Rand int 0 len -1. Oof. Alright, so let's go ahead and run Geekle.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly.
Okay, so I need to go from 0 to rand int. Wait, where was that? On line 137. Oh yeah, okay, so start with 0, end with len -1.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In one of the meanings, it is an adverb, meaning at low pitch or volume. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Yeah, that kind of works. So basically we did a random meaning and a random definition. Not bad at all. So let's try that again.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations. You've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In one of the meanings, it is an adverb, meaning in a low condition. Meanly, For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
There we go. One thing I noticed, it's not printing. Oh, it printed the link up high before it emitted. That's cool. That's fine. Cool. Okay, so while you two are trying to figure out a name for that track, I guess I kind of could use the extra time to go ahead and implement that last solved logic. So I have it already squared away up here in this function, update word list. So I want to do an update word list with an operation of update. So it'll be word, update, and then words. Word, a string called update, and then words. Save that. Alright, we'll check how it goes. So,
Welcome
we'll
to
run
Geekle.
Geekle.
Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In one of the meanings, it is an adverb, meaning in a low manner, humbly, meekly, modestly. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Okay, so we ran update, but it didn't actually update anything, including our you know, it's lines like that that really make me so happy I implemented a chat right on screen. Cause Alright, so operation equals update, and I think it does. Yep. Open word list for writing. New words equal bup. Dict equals bup. Counter equals 0. Alright, so last solved equals word and list last solved if word and list word not equal word. Else int time. Okay. So what this is saying is new dictionary last solved will equal int time if word and list word equals word. That certainly should have worked. Oh. Alright, so let's try that again with the surrounded by the if statement. Alright, list out a range on line 77. Alright, there's still a word list. Get words, word list file. Oh, there was a enter at the end of it.
Welcome to Geek.
Yeah.
Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In one of the meanings, it is an adverb, meaning at low pitch or volume. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
Okay, so the problem is it's not actually updating the word list. Oh yeah, you should totally troll everyone and call it easy track. Or beginner track. Slower left-hand turns than NASCAR. Alright, so it's adding an N to the end of the, it's adding an N to the end of, the file, which is causing errors down the road. So let's figure out why that might be. So this is not an evaluation issue. It is an update issue. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so let's try that again.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was lowly. There are multiple meanings of this word. In one of the meanings, it is an adjective, meaning not high, not elevated in place, low. For other uses of the word, please visit the link in chat.
I'm gonna add a quick little thing here. Speak equals false. And then over here in speak, if speak, else pass. So that way I can debug logic a little better without having to listen to the whole spiel. Alright, so next thing, it's not writing out the time. So let's go ahead and take a look at that logic one more time. Oh, that's a little higher. Ah, okay. So I need to add string here. Because that needs to be a string to be appended to a string. I think. Well, there's some other stuff going on here too. Well, we'll go ahead and give this a try. Alright, so we should have an updated word list now. Did this work? No. Think. Okay, let's try this. Print int time. Oh, and then that. Printing it quite a lot, actually. So that's what should be added to the list next to lowly. And it's not. So I'm going to try to simplify. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and try to simplify this logic a little bit. So this will equal string int time if will word equals word, else will last salt. And you know, it just occurs to me, I'm being a real not nice thing. So I think what I could do is I could just flat out will word, and then here I should be able to throw in this ternary operator here. And then I could forego this dictionary stuff and just append it to new words if it's valid. So let's save that and let's give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, so updated word list. I wonder if it's just not refreshing the list. So let's close word list and reopen it. Yep, nope. So new time equals we'll call this time equals will last salt. We'll start off with that. Then if then new words plus equal there we go. Good start. Will word, and then if will word equals let's normalize it just to make sure. Upper equals word upper, everything converted to uppercase. Then time equals string int time. We have to go ahead and cast time as int to remove it off of a floating point and just convert it to a rounded integer, and then go from there. Yeah, we don't need this. Alright, so new words will take all this stuff off, and then we can just put in time. Alright, so then it'll write to word list and then close it. Then it'll return true. Now if it returns true, what do we do if it returns true? Nothing. We don't have to reload it or anything because it's not playing the game again. Alright, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so dictionary object has no attribute upper. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and recast that as a string. Make sure it didn't compromise the word list. It sure did. I'm gonna compromise it right back. Alright, we're doing this again. And this is on line 37 this time. I know I'm being too clever for my own good. If string will word. Maybe word is the dict objects. No, there's no way it can be. Oh. Okay, so update word list word, update words. Update words, good. If Alright, so let's add some troubleshooting here. So we're going to print the type of will word. And then we're going to print the type of word. And we're going to see which one of these is still a dictionary once we get this far. Okay, so the first one is a string, the second one is the dictionary. That's weird. Like, why would it be a... Okay, so let's do this. Let's print word. Why would it be a dictionary? There's no reason for it to be a dictionary. Oh, yep. I need to do a call because this is not working anymore. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. So that's right. Word is then becomes part of the definition down low. So actually, let's go ahead and do this. Before it gets into all the definitions and stuff, let's go ahead and bring this up here. And do that. There. I think that's a perfectly fine way to resolve this. Call and then giggle. Alright, so expected and indented block. Yes. Of course it was. Save that. Guess that. Watch our screen fly by. But hey, they're both strings now. Winning. String objects is not callable. Okay. So why is this iterating so much? This is on line 41. Okay. Because it's in a for loop. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll remove this. Save that. Now the string object is not callable, and it surely should be. Oh, maybe. Oh, time is a shadowed function or a shadowed module. So that's probably giving a problem there. We'll call it new time. And then down here, we'll call it new time. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. List index out of range. Oh, because I need to call. Lowly. Word list updated. Word list lowly. Bunch of definitions, meanings, so on and so forth. Let's do a search here, and yes. All right, good. Now we got a last solved in each of the words that are guessed. So hey, Mycroft, give us a cheer, baby.
Hooray.
Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this up by putting speak to true. We're going to take off this forcing of the word lowly, and we're gonna go ahead and stop printing the word. So now we actually have to guess it. So
Welcome
Geekle.
to Geekle. Please enter your first guess.
My first guess is always a door. So there's an O in there. So let's try south. There's O in the second one and a T. So what often ends a word with T? Oh, well, no, hold on. We don't know if that T is where it's supposed to be. So, any of y'all have any guesses for this? So it's south. I've tried south. I've tried a door. I know O is the middle word. O is the second letter. So I'm gonna try motley. Not a word. Okay. Let's see. So we know it doesn't start with an S or an A. Try hotly. Okay, so we know the T isn't touch. That's good. I like that. We'll go ahead and try touch. All right, so it's a TO word. It's certainly a TO word. Ooh, no H. You're right. So T-O... Okay, so I'm gonna cheat. Could it be today? No. Hold on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 6 guesses now. Ooh. So it wasn't the word, but you did add a word to the list. Congrats, baby. Good job. Ooh, maybe torrid. Not a word. That's right, it's double R. Wonder if it's topaz.
The word was tomos. No definitions were found for this word.
Ah! Okay. What the hell is tomos? Alright. So, okay, so one thing I do need to do, I need to add some kind of command in the Geekbot to where if there is a word that was just, if there's a word that's just stupid and that has no business being in there or no definitions, oh, you know what I could do? If there's no definitions found, I could always just add it to a bad words list or something like that. So let me go ahead and open this. So okay, so it was 6 guesses. How many guesses do we actually get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually got 7 guesses. Oh, because we need to start guesses at 1. And then it... Yeah, what is a tomos? There's no such thing as a tomos. Now, here's a question. Alright, I'm putting this out to the chat. Millennial streamer style. Hey chat, question. Should I have the word displayed at the end of the game, or should I torture everybody? Reply below, like and subscribe, or whatever. So, if print it, yeah, okay. The word was blah blah blah. So if okay, so that's informal. It's an informal British adverb for tomorrow. Yeah, nope, not making it in this one. So what I'm going to do is, if no definitions were found, we're going to call update word list. I'm going to pass the word. The operation is going to be remove, and then words. Cool. So if we're doing message up there and there's no if, we can remove the message here. All right. So, ooh, got today's Wordle in 3. Awesome. So for updating this word list, we're going to copy generally the same as update. However, it's going to be if operation equals remove. Bop, 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 bop. For will in words, we don't need to do anything to last solved, so we can pretty much if will word equals word pass, else new words plus equal will word will last solved. All right, there we go. So it'll add new words. Need a counter. So since we're leaving one off, no, that shouldn't affect this logic. So we'll go ahead and save that. We'll take this off here. And we'll write new words. All right, so let's add just a completely bupkis word. Tamales. Make sure I didn't leave that in there still. Okay, yeah, so good. We'll save that. Go back over to the Geekbot. We'll say to Geekle. We'll say speak equals false. Kinter. What? I don't know.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was tomos. No definitions were found for this word. Removing from the list, sorry.
Alright, we'll check out word list. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good at all. We'll call that. Eey. And we'll take a look at our code, because that obviously went... Oh, yeah. Format.
Welcome to Geekle. Please enter your first guess. Congratulations, you've guessed correctly. The word was tomos. No definitions were found for this word. Removing from the list, sorry.
So that works. Yeah, that works perfectly. Now, one thing we need to do, I want to update that. Okay, so we're not using OS. We can remove that. Yeah. And then finally, I want to go ahead and update the no definition found for this word is possibly a word it is possibly slang. Removing from the list. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so we got that worked out. So I think this Geekle is a little smarter than it was the other day. It learns, and then if it finds a word in the list that's not supposed to be there, based on definitions off the free API, the dictionary API.dev that I found, it removes it from the list so it won't be found again, or it won't be used again. And it talks. So you know what? That was a hell of a stream. I think I've been going for about 3 hours now. So what I'll go ahead and do is let's push this code. Now here's the question. If I push code from a module that edits a submodule, will it go to the will it push to the submodule? If I push code that updates a submodule, will it go to the submodule? Yeah, I don't think so either. Oh. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and save this. We're gonna go to open recent, and we will open the Geekbot folder. Actually, just I'm in there already. Great. So we don't need to add settings, JSON. We don't need to add any of the backups. We don't need to add call. We'll add Geekle, and we'll add word list. What's words? What are words? Alright, yeah. Evidently we're also removing wordlist.py from our last commit. There we go. Okay, so added speech learning, removing words that don't exist or are slang, and dictionary calls. Alright, we'll push that upstream. I didn't see that flash. Let's make sure it did. Good. Alright. that was a run. That was a good run. Now we're coming to a 3-day weekend, so that's going to be pretty awesome. If you're in the US and you also have a 3-day weekend, please enjoy it. I am going to go ahead and call this a stream. That was awesome, and that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to being back on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will begin to integrate this game into the GeekBot, where you could also play too, instead of just, watching me play it. So it was very fun to code with y'all today. I'm so glad you made it out here today. Yannick, thank you. Since the GeekBot is up and running, now we're going to go ahead and do this. Yep. And if you see her online, go ahead and check out Community Time on her streams. That was very awesome. And that was extremely fun. If you have any interest in the code, you saw that I pushed it to GitHub. The GitHub is all through the Twitch chat, or it's in my channel description if you're interested. And I hope you all have an awesome weekend. And as we always, as we most recently begun to end this stream in a most awesome way. Hey, Mycroft, play the outro. Bye.
I'm starting the outro.
Hey, Mycroft, play the outro.
I'm starting the outro.